Now, for COVID-19, I want to point out a few areas that would have affected the administration of the exams. One, the territories, of course, would have had issues where you would have had a spread, whether it's community spread or otherwise, for COVID. You would also have had issues in relation to movement of documents. And it is significant, and it's something that we have to keep in our minds because COVID still exists. Now, you are all aware that we also had a rescheduling of the exams, and with that, we then used the opportunity to ensure that we would have done other things to reduce the time in order to have this day reality. I'd also like to note that two of our countries that would have been affected, Belize and Guyana specifically, they would have had candidates who were affected. And so the Caribbean Examinations Council has already communicated through our registrar that these candidates affected will be able to sit the exam free of cost at the next available sitting. I would also like to point out a few key points regarding a very important component that stands for every exam sitting, the school-based assessments. Now, for the school-based assessments, we found that our 103,482 of that group, we found a reduction, very slight, in terms of submission of the SB, 0.01%. However, for CSEC, we found an increase of 10%, and this is very good. I'd also like to note the increased utilization of the e-testing platform, specifically for CAPE, however, a reduction for CSEC. And we saw a great increase for the utilization of this methodology for CCSLC. Now, it didn't stop there. You see, this particular, there were challenges, but there were also opportunities. And one of the opportunities we found was the utilization of the online platform for orals. And what we found is that we were able to train persons to utilize the Zoom platform. We trained administrators, oral examiners, and the candidates were, of course, ready to utilize this particular methodology, and that was good. In our usual marking, we had electronic marking, but of course this year, as we had promised, we would do a deeper scrutiny of the SBAs, which we did. And of course, this would have been strengthened by the supervisory role of the chief examiners. I want to also note that we did extended marking of the ESBA samples. I'll say a little bit more about that. Now, CXC staff, I must say, that we were able, the council is so resilient in terms of ensuring that we are agile enough to respond to the needs of our territories. And you would recall that during this period we had a slight wave, a tropical storm. I won't attempt to pronounce the name. However, it affected 4 of our territories: St. Martin, Antigua and Barbuda, Turks and Caicos, St. Kitts and Nevis. And right to our word, we were able to reschedule those exams, and those students would not have been left behind. 916 candidates affected across 7 CAPE subjects, 6 CSEC subjects. They all did them on the 11th and the 12th